The bum I should say the drama is deep in there. Oh Lord, the re-hurricane is at it again, and this time they destroy their own selves. So if you lived under a rock like me, you probably know who Krische is. She's a Twitch VTuber. Which cool for her, Have fun VTubing. I don't I really don't follow that many people on Twitch, and anyways. But so I found this whole controversy pretty interesting because here's the thing: Krische got dropped by Crime Boss, Rock City, Crime Boss Rockay City. And I was like researching this, a lot of research went into this because I checked the channel for all these allegations, which I'll get into. And then I checked Vice because they're the ones making the first two allegations. The second one will come later, but they're making the first two allegations, which is it said first one is alleged great replacement, which is a conspiracy theory where she alleged to say it. And again, the key word is alleged. That's a problem. I think people are just going, wee, and it's like alleged. That doesn't mean she actually did it. Just it's like, it's sort of a possibility, and it could be yes and no until it's like she said it on stream. Then that's the answer, but it's alleged by Vice. Then the second one was the imagery and books from the evil German man that represent that person. Which, let's be real, first off, I tried looking through, like I said, I looked through Twitch and everything, and I couldn't find anything. Only thing I saw was her picture of sort of with her with the Donald Trump assassination moment where he was have his hands up in triumph and stuff, even though he got shot in his ear. And that really doesn't come off as that. I mean, the issue is, especially when it comes to the extreme left, that they put so many normal weird things in these categories. Like, oh yeah, have wanting to go to the gym is white supremacy. And it's like, what the fuck? Some people love lifting weights as a hobby. I have nothing against it. Or, some people after a long day of dealing with Karens at the cash register just go to pump some weights. It's things I don't see a problem with. It's like they're not hurting anyone. I mean, if they do like testosterone, then that may be a problem, but that's a whole different story. But to claim it like that, and so they categorize all this, and then they categorize one time there's this New York Times article which like, hey, it's a black coffee racist. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So it's hard to pin it down because that's the thing I saw from Twitter. So it's really hard to pin down what that sort of imagery or books is. Because I also tried to say 1984, and Tolkien was a white supremacy book or racist or fascist books. My bad. Well, fascist books. It's like okay, but like if you ever read 1984, it's set in dystopia, a fascist dystopia, and it sort of exposes the horrors of fascism. So if you're against fascism, wouldn't you want a book to be out like that? But regardless of that point, so there's that. It's like it's very hard to pin down. And then the next one, which makes it more murky, is that she defended that person, Shallow Hendricks. The whole situation. I'm not going to go into it. She defended it. It's like, okay. I mean, as a company, you could say, hey, look, this person doesn't represent our views, but you don't have to go up and straight up cancel them. And I think that's sort of where my problem is. Especially, like, you don't have to go straight saying on Twitter, but if someone asks, it's like, no, this person doesn't represent our views. They just work here at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people on the extreme left don't understand this, but you're going to be working with so many different people in life. Ones you get along with, ones don't, ones who have different political points of view than you, ones who do. That it's not going to be like a college campus. Or, like, You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think that's what people, those extreme leftists don't understand, that you, like, yes, you have echo chambers on Twitter and all that stuff. Okay, great. I mean, not on Twitter, my bad. Blue Sky. It used to be Twitter. It became second nature, but it's Blue Skies. But at the end of the day, I think the issue is once you go into like workforce, you're gonna be dealing with people with so many different personalities, different political views, and all that. And I don't know if it's been because it never worked. That might be true, or never actually stepped outside the bubble to understand it. So there's that. As a company, you should try to keep it as professional as possible. I think can't like I said. I think you could say the whole PR spiel that this person doesn't represent our views it fast, but as a company, you should be professional as possible. I mean, this is the same thing that happened in World of Warcraft, where essentially they smack talk about Asmongold. Which okay, if you don't like him, just don't. As a company, you can't say that out loud. There's something you should like just keep to yourself. And with like companies like Twitch too, you just like there's a little professionalism that I think is missing with all these companies. And like with Asmongold, he just stopped streaming. I don't know if he still plays WoW. I know he stopped playing. I know if I were him in that situation, I'd be like, yeah, fuck WoW. Fuck those bitches. I was your biggest sort of supporter, and yeah, this is how you're gonna do me dirty. Okay, have fun. And I think the same thing he's doing with Twitch. I mean, literally, he's literally has 53K viewers on Zach Raw. That's his second channel, and he and most of that money he's not getting any, like, from my understanding, is he only gets donations. He's not getting any ad revenue or subs, which must be the biggest fuck you to Twitch ever, because it's like, here, David, what your face is, Mr. Head of Twitch. I got 52,000 viewers. You can't monetize. He. But yeah, and the same thing is happening with Krische. I think this whole, first of all, like I said, professionalism. I think she had a passion for this game. While she had 160 hours streamed on YouTube. I don't know her actual stats on, let's say, Steam, because I'm not friends with her on Steam, and I'm not that level stalkerish. Like, I tried getting some stats, but I'm not that level of no life stalkerish. But here's where it gets interesting. This person, according to Twitch Tracker, has 107K hours watched on this game, Crime Boss Rockay City. So I think for someone to watch 117 hours of a game just tells how passionate they are and how much they love it. I mean, even if they leave it on the background while they do other stuff, because um, you got more responsibilities. I feel like you gotta clean, you gotta, I don't know, taxes and all that stuff. So I think their passion is there, and they really love the game. And like, even in one that posts on Twitter while searching, it had a little plushie, had a plushie of her character next to a screen with the whole Rockay City, like, opening screen. So I think this person loves this game, and they would have been a good person to promote it, regardless of political views. But don't like you bake the hand that feeds you. I know it's a cliche saying, and a lot of these cliche sayings, they're cliche, but they are cliche for a reason. Which it gets worse because karma's biting them in the butt. Um, you got them on Twitter being ripped to shreds in one of their tweets. The game's mostly negative, and also you got people patting Crimes Boss Rockay City who have never even bought the game. Like, senseless virtual signaling does not equal sales. I feel like this has been something that has been known and should be known from the past. I don't know, past 4 or 5 years. Past however long. Like, you got the knowledge and experience from other people, so you should use it. But then I guess, after working in retail, you realize people aren't that smart in general. But yeah, so that's it. And then also the new crowd that they're coming in. This is one the person. This is okay. So I've learned from Boss's feature, and this is stuff they want to change. Chuck Norris is homophobic. Homophobic slurs, character of gay people. I mean, character of black people, misogyny, AIR. Is this why these people support a shitty game and pretend like it's like it until the devs drop Krische is the bar that low, and then they like the people making demands for trans representation for Dylan Mulvaney in the game. And it's like, you really want to take this game, don't you? And then a lot of Steam forums also been asking for Chuck Norris to be removed, and it's like, these are the people who care. They're never happy. I wish you luck, because guess what? At the end of the day, I think this is a W for Krish. Your your game has been bombed by people who I could are just tired of shit. I mean, most people are tired of it. I mean, that's why Asmongold, like I said, has 55K views, or 53, compared to Hassan's 22K, which granted, it's nothing to sneeze at, but compared to 55K, that's a huge, more than double Hassan Piper's viewers. So I just think it shows that people are done with this and are just getting burnt out with this pointless virtue signaling and the sort of crazy leftists like the ones that are trying to push this. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this is a win for Krish, because I don't see Crime Boss Rock City. I'll be honest, right now I don't see it doing any better, because it attracted an audience who was never happy. It canceled one of their biggest supporters. Just kicked the hornet's nest with the public. So I regardless of politics, whatever, she won. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this little episode. Have a happy day. Stay hydrated, stay healthy, enjoy gaming. Bye.